Welcome back to the Empowerment Podcast.
And today we're going to start with a quote which brought us into exploration, and we want to share that with you.
And the quote is by Eric Hoffer. You can never get enough of what you don't need to make you happy.
You can never get enough of what you don't need to make you happy. I can relate to that totally.
Yeah, me too. I can be so chasing certain relationships, certain things, certain ideas, thinking that if I can only attain that, but then it doesn't last.
I have that with buying stuff. I'm such a marketing victim sometimes. They really get me with, oh my God, that will change your life forever. And then I buy it and I believe it until DHL is ringing on my door. I get the package, open it up, feel a glimpse of it, and then it's over. And then I can't feel it anymore. And it's like something what I have already or what I don't need, or it's like the feeling of it changes my life is gone when it's arriving here.
Yeah. I had it for so many years with relationships. If I can only get a certain partner, a certain romantic relationship, who looks like this or that, or makes me feel like this, and then, you have that, or I attain that for a while, and then it dissipates. It loses, and it never stays. Maybe for a short while, but it's not lasting.
So it can keep. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so I'm wondering on that quote, you can never get enough of what you don't need to make you happy. So maybe what I wanted to get in that moment was recognition or confirmation that I was good enough. But I could never get enough of that because I get it once, I sleep at night, maybe I still feel it, but then the next week it's gone and I need it again. So you keep chasing, you keep in that hamster wheel of getting more and more and more. How's that for you?
It feels almost like an addiction, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I related to this buying things, is also it feels like a wheel where I always get lost in. And to be honest, it's a very expensive wheel.
And then you need to work harder.
Yeah,
and you need to make more money so you can
to
buy
buy all the
something.
stuff on Instagram you see all the time.
Yeah. And how do you get out of that?
I think there's a whole industry who wants to get us in this trap, which calls marketing. How do you get out of it? And they get better and better with it. I mean, for me, I know a realization I had when I worked with the avatar tools was I worked on this feeling of always wanting to buy something and wanting to have a satisfaction. And what I realized in this, doing this exercise, I worked on it, was that I wanted to value me for something where I felt a lack in myself, in my own self-confidence. And I always wanted to fill that up, but I couldn't. So it never stopped. So in that moment, I found this peace in my own consciousness, and I could kind of heal it or feel this balance of it. The whole desire of I need more to feel fulfilled was gone. The desire was gone. I am, since that, I'm better in deciding if I want to buy it or not, because this whole filter of I need to cover here something with buying that is not anymore. I mean, I wouldn't say that's totally gone, but I can better see through it. So it's not getting
You're more
me
aware
anymore.
of it.
Yeah. I'm not anymore such a victim of my own automatism.
Right. Not a victim of the marketing gurus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it makes me realize that it's maybe just because of our filters that we think, I mean, we're not consciously bringing ourselves into that trap, I think. Maybe it's just
No.
the filters that we are not yet aware of that
Mm-hmm.
are causing us to be in that wheel. I remember the other day I found one of those filters which was really about demanding um, recognition, I think, or demanding certain confirmation.
Oh, have you
And if
resolved that finally? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like when I felt
That was a
that.
joke.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you asked me that, like, if I resolved that. Um, I feel in the same way that the way that feeling and really being aware of those filters that brings up um, so much more awareness of where that is in in my whole life operating, whether it's I'm going to the gym or doing my work, or also wanting to buy the latest trend, for example.
Mm,
They are so pervasive in our lives, these filters.
mm.
It's good to become aware of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we would make better decisions
Yeah,
if we would more recognize them as filters or using them more deliberately. I mean, I think they are just operating.
yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, using our filters deliberately, choosing maybe also new filters. And I know for myself that sometimes I also get into a mode where in somewhere in the back of my mind, there's an inkling of, do I really need this? And then I still want to go through with it because, there's this, but then maybe there's still an unconscious filter on it. I get this with
Mm.
sales. Like, let's say there's a sale of something that I want, and I feel that urgency, and it's so compelling to make the decision in that moment. But
Yeah.
yeah, in that moment, I guess I really feel disempowered.
That's the point I wanted to make. We think
Yeah.
it's empowering us, but it's disempowering us when we are hunting
Mm.
in the outside.
Yeah.
Which brings up a very interesting next question. I mean, where is this happiness? Yeah? I mean, when it's not like outside, how we get it inside. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
going to work to wanting to have it like running behind it. I mean, that
Yeah.
could be, yeah, could be
And
another good question. Huh?
it's very interesting because sometimes I guess we also can get into a mode of wanting to, oh, maybe just the thing I bought or the thing I got just wasn't good enough. So I need it better. I need it more. I need a
Bigger car.
a
Yeah.
bigger car. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe this another quote by Harry Palmer is maybe interesting to contemplate. Seek happiness where you lost it.
Hmm.
Maybe something for next video. What do you think, Christina?
Could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you wanna share with us or want to listen to that exploration, and maybe you have also an idea about it, just watch the next episode, and we are happy to have you.
And we would love to also learn what your filters are and how you get into this wheel of wanting to
Right.
chase something that is not really empowering you. I guess we can learn a lot from each other and on how we do this in our lives.
What do you buy on Instagram?
Yeah, do you have
Undeliberately.
any good examples?
Get a dog, then you have 1,000 examples what you start to buy because you solve things with it. You fix it with this thing you can buy. Yeah, however,
Anyway,
let us know how you feel about it.
yeah, and thanks for watching, and see you on the next episode.